Hi beautiful people! So I'm super excited because I am going to continue my series, Are Christians Missing Out? Today I'm going to answer the question, are Christians missing out on having sex before marriage? I have so much to say about this topic. Literally, I know that I'm going to have to make a second video on it sometime in the future, but today I'm going to answer, are Christians missing out on having sex before marriage? To break it down for you, since literally even that's like pretty broad, I'm going to answer why God created sex, why it seems like people always want to have it all the time, why God wants us to wait until marriage, and the symbolic representation behind having sex. So before I get into all of that, we have to think about why humans make the choices and decisions that we make. It all goes back to our hearts. We all have these deep, deep desires within our hearts that need to be filled somehow. One of those desires that we have, one of those voids that we have, is a gap of intimacy. Now to kind of understand that gap, you have to know what intimacy means, and I'll read you the definition for that. I found this on Google. It was the first one that came up. Intimacy is a close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person. Now, I didn't write this. Let me read it one more time just so you get it. A close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person. This definition perfectly sums up the kind of relationship that God desires to have with you and with me and with everyone on the planet. Unfortunately, many people make the mistake of trying to fill that gap in our hearts, the intimacy gap, with sex, and they wonder why they still feel empty after they have sex. But the answer to that is because the only one who can fill that gap of intimacy in our hearts is the maker of our hearts. Jesus is way more than enough to fill that gap of intimacy in our hearts. And what's so cool about him is that when he fills you up with this love, it's not going anywhere. He's not going to leave you. You know that it's going to be there to stay. So transitioning into why God created sex. God created sex to be between one man and one woman when they're under the covenant or commitment of marriage. Now, covenants are a biblical idea that I'll probably have to do another video about sometime, but it's basically an old-fashioned term for commitment. He designed this earthly relationship of marriage to be the figurative representation of the kind of relationship he wants with all of us together, okay? He doesn't want just a relationship with me and him alone and you and him alone, but all of us together. What's so cool about this is all of us together, the body of believers, are like a bride to him, and he is like our groom. God, as our groom, wants us to commit to him completely, have our hearts devoted completely, 100% to him, and not to anything or anyone of this earth. He wants us to love him wholeheartedly, be committed to him wholeheartedly, and to be intimate with him wholeheartedly. So I hope that makes sense. Like, we are the bride and he is the groom, and like together we are like a marriage. Like, it's not obviously like a literal marriage, like, but he gave us marriage in real life so that we can tangibly understand the way that he wants to have a relationship with us. So where does sex come in all of this? I've been talking a lot about marriage. You're probably like, what the heck? Why are you talking about this? I just want to know about sex. They're all connected, so I knew I had to talk about marriage first and then talk about sex. So sex is when two people come together and become one. Like, your bodies literally come together and become one. But it's not only that, it's also your souls coming together and becoming one. This is again symbolic of how when we become Christians, Christ lives in us, we are together with him, and we are one with him. I didn't just come up with this on my own, okay? This comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 6, which says, "He who unites himself with the Lord is one with him in spirit." Being one with Christ means that we are together. He is inside of us. We are committed to him, and we have this intimate relationship with him. So the big question is, are Christians missing out on having sex before marriage? And I absolutely do not think so. I believe that like we will have the most fulfilling and satisfying sex when we're under the covenant or commitment of marriage with that one person who waited for us, just like how we waited for them. I don't know about you, but I think it's beautiful that like there's one person out there who I'm waiting for, and you know, they're waiting for me too. And like, all of this is so symbolic of just how much Christ loves us, and to me, like, that makes it all the more worth it. That makes it all the more beautiful. One more time with the symbols, because I literally love them so much. We are waiting for that one person, or preparing ourselves for that one person that we're going to marry, just like how we as the body of believers are waiting for Christ to come back. He is our groom and we are the bride. That symbol to me is one of the most beautiful things in the entire Bible, and I will link some verses down below that you can read where it talks about it. So to close, I know that waiting until marriage to have sex is so different than what the world teaches, and It might seem super old-fashioned and boring or something, but I hope that this video could just help you a little bit to understand why God created it and why He wants us to wait until marriage. And I hope that it can help you to understand that nothing will fill that intimacy gap in your heart other than the maker of your heart. Alright, so that is all for this video on sex. I'll definitely be doing a video on purity soon because I have a lot to say about that topic as well. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to post that one, but it should be soon. And if you haven't seen part 1 to this series, it'll be linked below. That one is on drinking and partying. But that is all for me for right now. Have a great day and know that you are so loved and so beautiful.